You just hate it though. You just hate it. You hate it. You hate it. You hate it. You just hate it though. Isn't it fucking interesting that neither of the shelf brackets that I have run into today look like them shits that y'all was like so hell-bent on calling me an idiot? They're shelf brackets, you dummy. They're shelf brackets, you idiot. Get help. It's okay. They hate it though. They hate it though. Cause they's common. Common names. Nothing wrong with having a common name. But just because your name is common doesn't mean that you have to be common. Anyways. Yeah, it's so interesting. I mean, I obviously knew those things were like some kind of, well, I assumed they were like reinforcements, something to hold things up. But now that I'm actually seeing shelf brackets, I don't know. Okay? Point is, they were lying on the side of the road. So really, who knows what they actually belong to? None of us do. We can all just assume. Yeah, roasted. You don't want to get roasted by me, true player, for real. I'm watching. I'm about to. You don't want to get roasted by me, true player, for real. I love my game is like I love to play humble. And I love not play humble. I am humble. But I'm not ignorant like with my intelligence. I'm not ignorant to think that I know everything in the world and that the world revolves around me, even though motherfuckers claim that I think that, right? So I'm always okay to admit when I'm wrong, my faults, take others' information, exchange information. You know, I'm very open-minded like that because there's so much knowledge and many people have different gifts and different knowledge and there's always something you can learn every day. And there's no need for the name calling. Like, you know, I kind of understand like name calling kind of like if that's invoked by somebody upsetting you, but to definitely name call or be negative towards somebody that's not even like that don't even know you, that didn't even do anything to you, or you know what I mean, anything like that, that's uncalled for. You know, that's definitely uncalled for. You know, I even feel bad calling names to people that quote unquote would deserve it. There's no need for that either. I know we don't live in a world of rainbows and sunshine like I wish we did. But this is my space and you can stay off my fucking channel with that negativity. That's all I know. And it's just unfortunate. You know? Because it's like, what at that moment? What was it about that video? There were so many other videos that probably you could have made comments, you know? What was it about that video? You know? So I'm just thinking it's just out of time because of when I called somebody, you know, it's not nice, the feeling. So that's what I'm getting. So I feel like those people were used, you know, to show me, you know, to curb my anger. And, you know, because it says right here, I read this all the time because it's so true. And I feel so bad, but it says, you know, you seem to be very impetuous and outspoken. This has caused your dear ones some moments of unhappiness. Curb your temper, and not only will you be happier, but healthier too. So even though you guys like, I kind of appreciate it because I'm learning from it. You know, I'm learning, okay, what is the lesson behind this? What is this really about? That's funny. How about that? You know? So, you know, what's interesting, yesterday, another thing that I found, because you know how I found that sticker with the van movie, and I keep picking up on the pigeon movie where I saw that weekend before my mom died. And in the movie, the girl was like, "This is my friend," and he spoke French. Tell me why yesterday we walked by and I found a French dictionary. A French dictionary. And I wasn't going to take it, but my niece was like, "Well, that's how you'll learn French." I'm like, you know, you're right. I'm going to take it. And I'm going to read it every day. Nabab. Nabal. Nabat. Nacelle. Nadir. Myosotis. So it's like the name and then, okay, yeah. Mysete, mushroom. Naive. Yeah. I love playing naive. I love it. I do. I do. Like, my job isn't to state the obvious. That's not my job. We have plenty of common people to state the obvious. Right? Right. My job is to pick up on the vibrations and signals of the things. Like, you know, with the gift of being able to pick up an antique artifact and know the history of it just by holding it. We all have different gifts. If you're a great diviner, if you come from the line of being a high priestess, an oracle, a shaman, a healer, any of these, we're all spiritual gifts. But especially, don't come for someone who is a great diviner. No, it's okay. You can come because I get a lesson out of it. But just, it's not going to be really tolerated. It's going to be addressed every time. It's not going to be tolerated. But I am, you know, trying to see how it applies me as far as my behavior towards other people. And just hoping to really help people think about how they move going forward and really see how everything kind of works. What you don't see to the naked eye. But that's so funny though. I'm sorry, it is. That's what I'm saying. It's like, don't worry, mama. It might feel yucky right now, but this is probably to teach me a lesson not to make other people feel yucky. But now I feel good because they're like, don't worry, we got you. We got you to get back to roasting. It's all checks and balances, right? Checks and balances. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. What? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, so this was another book that I had found when I found that, I think it was around the time that I found the bar book for my niece after she told me she wanted to learn to be a bartender. Yesterday I opened this up to page 29 because 29 keeps coming up for some reason. And it's talking about Hathor, how Hathor became the chief goddess of beer. For the Egyptians of Pharaoh, the goddess Hathor, while trying to destroy mankind, inadvertently invented beer. Queen of drunkenness. She survived the entire diagnostic ages as queen of drunkenness, dance, and inventress of beer. Huh. That's crazy. Destroy mankind. Well, I'm defender of mankind, so. Anyways, it's funny. It's like different history, Secret Life of Beer, legends. I like it. Look at the bunny! Dunce. The Aztec had a less than kind opinion of the mental abilities of the rabbit. Bro. The Aztecs. Less than kind opinion of the mental abilities of the rabbit. Hopeless drunk. In pre-Columbian Mesoamerica, the Aztecs brewed a chica-like brew called sendecho from corn and bittered the brew with the plant tepozan. Early Spanish explorers commented on the exceptional strength of another Aztec beer-like beverage called tesquino. The Aztecs forbade drunkenness except among those who were 52 years of age and older. In a society that enforced the death penalty for violations of the dress code, this anti-drunkenness rule was strictly observed, save for religious festivals and harvest celebrations. The Aztecs believed a drunken person was under the influence of a spirit or god, represented in the form of a rabbit, a creature considered by the Aztecs to have no sense at all. So, like, yeah, these people have no sense at all. Oh my God, yeah, yesterday I was walking with my niece, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, because these pants, I put them on. These are size 4, and they keep falling off. I'm like, you know what? My pants are falling, and it's not like I wore them. They were right out the wash. You know, jeans, sometimes if you wear them once or twice, they're a little stretched out. But no, I'm like, damn, I've only had these a couple hours, and they're already loose. She's like, I really, you know, have never, you know, really had to deal with this, like my pants falling off my ass. Like, I'm like, I've been infected with no acetol. I'm like, I've been injected with no acetol. Like, I've never experienced that before. I have a disorder called no acetol. It's all gone. Literally. I was so skinny. Oh, man. But I barely eat. Yeah, I noticed that I barely ate. Like, I don't eat meals. It's not like I eat 3 meals a day. I try to eat something little, of course, something little in the morning. I usually, yeah. But it's not like I'm having breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack, like normal, like you're supposed to. No. I barely eat. Yeah. My stomach is so small, I feel. Because even when I do sit down to eat, it's not like I can eat a lot. I eat like a bird. Literally. Eat like a bird. Well, some of them birds be eating a lot. But, yeah. Anyways. Chief among the rabbit drunk deities was Ometeotli. I don't know. On a scale of bear drunken debauchery, 400 rabbits represented the ultimate in berry disgrace. Anyone born on the 2-rabbit day of the drink god, Tepoztecatl, was believed doomed to be a hopeless drunk. So someone could be like a hopeless drunk or something. Her lips. I kiss her lips open, and I am drunk without a beer. Beer. He that buys eggs buys many shells, but he that buys good ale buys nothing else. English medieval song. He that buys land buys many stones. He that buys flesh buys many bones. He that buys eggs buys many shells, but he that buys good ale buys nothing else. John Taylor. I kiss her lips open, and I am drunk without a beer. My bear. John Taylor. Happy the age and harmless were the days for then true love and amity were found, when every village did a maypole raise, and Whitsun ales and May games did abound. Yeah, I was picking up on the Seasons of Witch deck. Listening to someone who brews his own beer is like listening to a religious fanatic talk about the day he saw the light. That's what my cousin Willie does. That's what he did. He was brewing liquor and he would talk about the Lord all the time. Religious stuff, like, get out of here. Like, coming in talking about my cars, like, those are you, as long as you do it right, it's good. Like, get out of my house and don't come back. I'll call the police. Straight up. Straight up. Honestly. Like, I don't have time for it. Because if you're going to disrespect my space, if you're going to come in not respecting all different types of hours, acting a fool, coming and putting my kids at danger, coming high on crystal meth, whatever. I ain't having that shit. No. And I feel so bad for my niece. I want to help her. I do. I feel bad because it's like, I know she wants to move for when she wasn't. I want to tell her, like, move in with me, but I just can't right now. Just because of pending things. And it just sucks, But it'll work out. Everything will work out. I'm going to help her anyways, as much as I can. So, yeah. Knocking. Yeah, star. Somebody's a star seed, okay? Somebody is surrounded by a bunch of light beings, all kinds of drama alert. Every time I see 1717, I get drama alert now. Just drama. Always having to be protected from drama. 7. Yeah, somebody's backed from heaven. So, of course, when you have such a backing, you're going to be attacked. Okay. The Hermit. So somebody's soul searching. All I've been hearing all day was, when I'm all choked up and I can't find the words. All day and repeat. When it's time to say goodbye, baby, it hurts. That's all I keep hearing in my head. Repeat all day. There was like a little period that I didn't hear it. And I was feeling kind of like not good, But that didn't last that long. And then right away again, it was back to that. And the sun goes down and the band won't play. Yeah. So somebody is in hermit mode. Okay. Soul searching, reflecting, contemplating. Oh, yeah, on a home. Yeah. So, on building a solid foundation. And the huge losses or something. Somebody's dealing with some things. What is this? A deed? Something with a deed, maybe? Or a lump sum of money. Yeah, 8 of Swords. Somebody just feels so isolated, so disconnected, trapped, restricted, but very like on 10. Yeah. Very anxious. Feeling a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. Something with despair. Somebody is despairing that they are feeling like this or something like that. That they're unreliable, maybe. 9 of Wands. Something about somebody's always battling. Ongoing battle. Battling. Maybe people that are always trying to say somebody is unstable. Lack of common sense. Just very rude. Yeah, investment. Page of Pentacles. Recognition. People have ill will that someone's getting recognition. Success. Having the advantage. 6-9. Balance. So these Page of Pentacles. Message. Yeah. Something about consistency. Somebody really wants to invest in being more consistent or something. You look at me and babe, I get on fire. That's all I keep. So somebody keeps thinking about somebody, I guess. Just, yeah. I don't know, feeling like a failure or something. For being stubborn or kind of rigid, being difficult for somebody. Or something like that. Yeah, stand your ground. 7. Somebody's always having to be defensive. Like, on 10 always. Because I've always, yeah, feeling like a failure or at a disadvantage, or just because that's all they're used to or something. I don't know. Yeah, failure camps. 8 of Pentacles. In relationship, partnership, connection. Somebody feels bad that it's unequal. The connection is unequal. Somebody's not giving what somebody else is giving. Or somebody knows that somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's maybe starting to realize that somebody is going to get tired of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone could maybe see like a change, or is afraid of that. Somebody's really thinking about it. Really saying like, it's gonna be a huge loss if I don't take the time to be more consistent with this. Yeah, loss. If I don't take the time to communicate more, at least to be more consistent, it's going to be a loss. Somebody's feeling remorse. Something about bereavement, mourning, breaking someone's heart. Concrete. abandonment. Okay? So somebody feels bad that they come together with someone and then they abandon them. Yeah. It's almost like, you know, you do it, like, it happens every time, but then it's like that time where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna do it, but the other person really is like, okay, yeah, sure, and really it's just like, it is what it is, kind of. Yeah. Overwhelmed. Someone's feeling overwhelmed by someone's emotional intelligence or something. Someone's very emotionally intelligent. But right now, yeah, they know what they're doing or something. They know it, or I don't know. Something, somebody knows they need to step up or they need to stop behaving in a certain way, like up and down or push pull or something like that. That's like kind of like emotional witchcraft. You talk about witchcraft or something like that, and it, you know, it's not like actual spell work, but like that is kind of like that drain, like, you know. So somebody, unless somebody, you know, puts up boundaries or blah blah blah, you know, eventually that's gonna, yeah, cause too much overwhelm. So somebody feels at a loss because something about moving forward, moving on. They see somebody as very passionate, confident, sexy, like that. That's, they're thinking about somebody. All I really know, you're where I wanna go. Oh, Queen of Swords. Yeah. Okay, see, that's what I said. So the vivacious, funny, passionate Queen of Wands, da 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 da, is gonna end up being a Queen of Swords. Is gonna put up their sword, be more protective, you know, strong, be more objective, be more discerning. Yeah. Instead of being pushy, demanding, da da da, someone's not gonna do that. Someone's not gonna do that. Somebody's just gonna shut it down, say their piece, and keep it moving. You know, yeah. Wheel of Fortune. There's only so many chances, I guess. Something like that. Chance. Or, no, that's not what it is. Decisive moment. Okay, something happened or something like that in which caused a setback. Some kind of moment which may have caused chaotic moment. Somebody was in a chaotic energy. Maybe from a disorder or something. Okay. Queen of Swords. Yeah. But now they see someone is more yeah, realistic about what someone's able to offer. Whether somebody really is ready to open their heart and let it in, let love in or not. Scorpio. Somebody loves somebody's long hair. I keep getting that. Long, straight hair. It's like somebody is kind of coming to reality that, yeah, it is going to be only, if I continue with this, it's only going to be like once in a while hookup thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what somebody feels like. Somebody is going to start looking at it like, and you know, almost like the tables are going to turn. It's going to like flip, you know? So before that switch flips in someone's head, somebody wants to come in or something like that. Like, it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. Very weird. Energy. Yeah, defeat. Yeah, communication. Lack of communication. 6 of Cups. For somebody who's yearning, who, you know, to be with someone, to reunite, blah, 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 and then to continue to walk away, abandon, let it go, ta-da. Eventually, strikes. There's going to be too many strikes. Yeah. And, mental activity. Knight of Swords. You see the horse, someone's going to be hesitant, like, When someone comes in, like, chirp, chirp, chirp. 4 of Cups. It's almost like somebody's not expecting much anymore. Yeah, that energy. Someone's not expecting much anymore from it. Like someone's like, no, you know, I want to show it to all. Like, okay, yeah. Like, apathetic towards it. Like, not wanting to get your hopes up. Because most likely you're going to be disappointed again. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. That's what I'm picking up. Heavy. Yeah, isolation. 8 of Swords. 4-8. There's somebody is focusing on the negative or something. Is acting and maybe like just absorbed in what they're going through or something. Absorbed in feeling hopeless. Making investments. 7 of Pentacles. Payouts. Yeah, somebody's contemplating about making the investment to nurture, to grow, or something like that. Seven, 9. This is a Tower moment. Yeah. Sense of belonging. Yeah, somebody all of a sudden, like, Six of Swords, wants to move on to calm waters or something. Wants to move forward, wants to progress, wants to try to find ways to overcome these obstacles, these hardships. Like I said, someone's realizing like some behavior or something like that. Yeah. And that they're being kind of cold or something like that. Stern. Yeah. Smile. Misconceptions. Something on misconceptions. Yeah, earlier I was getting that thing on the head. A mark on the head again. So. A mark on the head. The sun. Rays. Raised. How someone was raised, or raising, raising up, raising someone's voice, raising something, raising the truth, breadcrumbs. Yeah, something about breadcrumbing. Path. Breadcrumbs left on someone's path in order to reveal some truth. Yeah, Ace of Wands. It's what I want. It's what I want. Passion. Somebody is passionate. To find some balance and peace in a partnership. After feeling like they were reckless or something. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Yeah, someone's sorry. Yep, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. They really admire someone. They know there's a lot of imbalance, clashing. 7. Depression. Someone's going through depression, or two people could be going through depression. So it makes it difficult, you know? But something about it's what I want. You know, I was getting that song too. Sunday night was just another fight. Na 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 na. I don't know if that's the same song. Maybe not. Maybe someone knows that someone really doesn't want to fight, you know? Doesn't want to go back and forth and stuff, so. It's just like, yeah, trying to make peace with. Thank you. Just try to be appreciative and not focus on the bad or the negative.